Hello and welcome back to Ridermania 2019. What I have with me is, of course, Clifton, who's a very good friend of mine. Clifton is an Himalayan ambassador, but even more special is this motorcycle rider. A lot of you guys were asking about this motorcycle yesterday. This is the Himalayan FT411.
Yes, absolutely. And Royal Enfield has designed this motorcycle in partnership with S&S.
Yep. And
they are working to ensure that the Indian motorcycle scene moves forwards to the next level. And that level is flat track racing.
Yes, and FT, I'm sure, of course, stands for flat track. You want to call it full throttle, you can call it full throttle as well. I'm going to quickly remove my phone here, not to call my wife, but I'm going to just quickly run you through the specs and what it has to offer. So what it really has to begin with, it's got a fiber bodywork in the tail section and the number plate section. The electrical, in terms of electrical component, the battery has been relocated to a different position. The wheels that you see right here are 18-inch wheels, and they have got flat track specific tires, as you can see by the grooves on the rubber. The exhaust and the bend pipe is a custom fitting. You've also got a performance air intake, and you've got custom sprockets so that when you get out of a corner, you can just really wrap it out. On the other hand, there are a lot of parts that have been removed. There's no headlight, there's no speedometer. The the indicators have been removed as well. The seat assembly is a different one. So this is in particular a very special motorcycle just meant for flat track. What do you think about it?
Yeah, absolutely. I spent a few moments on this, a few laps on this the other day, and I can tell you it is a different machine. It feels like it's designed for this track. You can really tell. Right? Royal Enfield has held no bars. They have pushed and pushed and pushed their developing team to make sure that this bike is competitive, that it's really perfect for the beginning flat track races, right?
Right. So this is the FT411. There are a lot of races that will come your way through the course of the day, especially the novice 500cc category. The finals are happening today, and so is the expert 500cc category. But the race that I'm waiting for the most,
the race of champions, man.
Absolutely. So we will see you in just a bit. Meanwhile, this race right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Himalayan FT411.
Definitely, I'm dying to see this race. So much power, 12 riders.
Welcome back to day 3 of Ridermania 2019. I'm Clifton Shipway. With me is Varun Painter from Powerdrift. Why don't you tell us what's going on?
Day 3 is going to be super amazing. We have had a small demo run of the slide school that was happening earlier today, but what you're going to see behind me is the start of a very spectacular race. This is the novice 500cc category finals. We've got 2 more races that are coming up. The second one's going to be the expert 500cc category, and the one that is going to be the grand finale of it all is going to be our favorite.
Absolutely, the race of champions, man. The race of champions is what we've all been waiting for. But right now, these riders are about to get going. Let's watch the race.
And absolutely, and I think the tricky part about this being the first race is the fact that there's water on the ground, and that kind of makes traction not your best friend. So it's going to be really interesting to see how these participants tackle that and make their way forward.
Fantastic. So of course these are our novice riders. They've been preparing, they've been practicing. Just because they're novice does not mean that they don't know what they're doing, right? We've seen these guys going around the track and they are awesome.
They are awesome, they are fast, they are blazing, and they are absolutely mental.
Definitely in for a show today, we can assure you that.
Yes, so just a quick reminder of what's happening here on day 3 at Ridermania 2019. The first race is going to be the novice 500cc category. We're going to follow up by, I'm going to cut it short and head straight into the race.
And our riders are off into the finals of the 500cc Novice Class Challenge.
Complete chaos!
Wow, I think something went down real hard on around the first corner.
What a crazy launch there!
But wow, these guys are, and exactly what I told you. You see the surface right now is a little slippery. So traction is going to be a problem for a lot of these guys, but I think they're making their way around fairly quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys are pushing these machines. They're really cutting into this dirt, right? I think that water is going to be gone pretty quick. We're going to be seeing a lot of dust today.
Yeah, I mean, usually when you go dirt riding or dirt racing, you don't need traction. I mean, you really want the wheel to spin freely. But this is fairly difficult because there's lots of water on the ground right now. They've just watered it recently, and that's going to be a problem for a lot of these riders.
And we can clearly see that number 106 has taken his lead. He's maintained that lead now for one full lap, and followed by number 123 in second place.
Yep.
It truly is exciting.
Exactly what I said. We have had a fall from number 126. He's going to try getting up on his motorcycle, gets the wheel flowing, and he's off.
You know what I really love about a race like this is even if these guys slide out, you see them immediately pick up the bike, get back on the bike and shoot away, right? It's just fantastic to see them not giving up.
That's
Everybody
awesome.
knows, right?
Yes.
This can be any man's race.
Absolutely. And another point that I would like to add here is the fact that when you go road racing, the weight of the competitor is usually a big thing. But here, the chunkier you are, the more traction you have on the rear wheel. And oh, there's something that's gotten stuck. There's a cone that's on the track. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's taken it off.
He's
Wow.
managed to disconnect from the cone and he's continued the race. That's fantastic.
Wow, this is something very rare to happen in a race.
Yeah,
like
and of
this.
course, just like you said, like the weight of the rider, in this case with these 500cc engines,
Yeah.
the big, healthy engines, it doesn't matter, right? You want that weight to give you the advantage in these races. But we can clearly see 106 followed by 123, followed by 122 followed by 123. They're holding their positions in the pack.
Absolutely. Oh. They're taking the bale onto the track. Lots of dirt flying around. I hope you guys are enjoying all the racing action that's coming your way from Ridermania 2019. This is so much fun to watch it live, isn't it, Clifton?
Yeah, correct. These are the machines that everyone has come to see. These are the riders that we're all here for, right? This is the creme de la creme. This is gonna be an incredible race.
And we've got two more races coming up, by the way. This is just the novice category. We've got the expert category that's going to follow up. And after that, the grand finale, the gold standard of dirt riding here at Ridermania, the race of the champions.
Yeah, absolutely. I've just seen number 133, Dave Vanderkesh, doing a massive power slide around the
Wow.
last corner.
Oh, this is a fairly long race, if I'm not wrong. It's about 12 laps. They still have 7 laps to go. Number 106 still in the lead, followed by number 123, followed by number 122 in the third position. Lots of crowd around here on a Sunday. You know, it's always good to see that people step out on a Sunday, come to watch this form of racing. And I'm super happy to see that Royal Enfield is a part of this motorsports initiative as well. You can see hay on the side, somewhere near the sprocket. People are carrying hay, people are carrying dirt, people are carrying muck all over their helmets. Oh, people are actually honking. This is so much fun to see people honking on a racetrack. Have you ever seen it before? I certainly haven't.
106.
Clifton, you were saying you wanted to participate in a race next year?
Yeah, most certainly. I don't think I'll be giving the 500cc's a go. For me, it's the Himalayan, man. Himalayan all the way. I'm definitely going to be here, definitely going to be competing as long as Royal Enfield lets me. They might want me back here behind the microphone, but I'm going to do everything I can to at least get in one race.
Yeah, people who have joined in live right about now, just about now, please go to the start when you get the time because we have spoken about the FT411, which is a flat track motorcycle based on the Himalayan. Super interesting specs to talk about. They've removed a lot of things, they've added a lot of things, and that is going to be a motorcycle that is going to be an integral part of the Slide School.
Yeah, and of course, Slide School is an impressive endeavor by Royal Enfield, an effort to push the Indian riding scene to the next level, right? To start training our young riders so that they can be competitive, not just on the national, but also the international scale.
Right.
It's a fantastic initiative, and I just can't wait to see it grow and grow and grow.
Absolutely. So getting back to the race, number 106, by the way, has taken a huge lead. I think he's found his traction. I think he's found his proper throttle input. He's getting his lines right. He's getting his throttle right. He's getting his braking markers right. Everything on point for rider number 106, who is in the lead by a huge margin.
3 laps to go.
Yeah, really, we are seeing quite clear spacing between first, second, and third place. As long as these guys keep riding the way they are, they're certainly going to maintain that podium position.
106 pick up some grass on his way to the finish line. And they don't care if they're carrying grass, if they're carrying something else, they're carrying a cone, they'll take it off, get back to racing.
Yeah, man, they're not going to stop for anything. They're just going to keep on rolling.
And just the sound that's, you know, reverberating throughout this arena. It's not just the people, it's the motorcycle, the enthusiasm. We are in top form. I think I'm having a lot of fun. What about you,
Yeah,
Clifton?
I can feel these exhausts in my feet, man. The whole ground is shaking. This is incredible. What an atmosphere.
Yeah. Surprising, I don't know, I'm sure you know about this fact, but a particular word that's associated with Royal Enfield motorcycles is duk-duk.
Yep.
Duk duk. So
Yes.
it goes duk 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 duk.
Yes,
duk.
of course.
And that's all that we're hearing since the past 10 minutes since the race has been on.
Yeah, of course, it's a little quicker with these throttles. It's a little bit more like duk 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 duk.
Absolutely. But that's the sound that's reverberating throughout this arena. Lots of people here on the sidelines coming to cheer for their favorite rider. What is your, or rather, who is your favorite rider? Let us know in the comment section below.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to hear what you guys think about this race. Would you have the guts to compete? Would you like to be here at Ridermania competing in the 500cc Novice Challenge?
Absolutely. And today is the last day of Ridermania, and I often get saddened by
The checkered flag is out.
Oh, is that? It
Checkered
is.
flag is out.
Checkered flag's out. Number 106 has taken this
This
one
race
home.
is over.
Yes, this race is over, but we still have the expert category and the race of the champions that's coming your way. Meanwhile, we have a contest running. We've already asked a question on Instagram. We asked one yesterday, and I think we're going to give out the answer for the first question that we asked yesterday. The question was, in which year did the first Ridermania take place? And do you want to say the answer?
The answer, I believe, and now this is just based on the fact that I know it's 11 years running.
Yeah.
Right, so I believe 2009 is what I've been told.
Clifton,
I
you're...
do know that there is some controversy.
Yeah.
There is a lot of discussions. As it often happens, these things grow at grassroots levels.
Right.
But I believe 2009 was the first year that the Ridermania banner was first flown.
Yeah, that was the first official Ridermania, but when we take it back by another 6 years, that is 2003, that's actually the first time Ridermania took place.
See, we're talking controversy. That's what I've heard.
Controversy, but 2003 is the correct answer. If you've gotten that right, then you are going to win some exciting Power Riff merchandise. Stay tuned because we're going to announce the winner of this contest very, very soon. But we have another question that we posted on Instagram today, and that question was, last year when I came back, when I rode down to Ridermania, which motorcycle was I riding? Have you seen that video?
I have not.
I'm deeply saddened by this fact. But yeah, that is the question that we have asked. There are lots more questions coming your way. Please stay tuned. We will be back in just about 5 minutes.
I believe it'll be about 5 minutes, yeah.
5 minutes and we will see you there.
And Mohammad Zahir.
Bro, you should have clued me up to that.
I did.
I didn't know you were going to ask another question.
There we go.
That's all right. Wait, there's a really good initiative by Royal Enfield. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, for sure. I've got it clipped right here on my belt. The initiative right here is the Leave Every Place Better initiative that Royal Enfield has entered into this year with not just Ridermania, but with all of its rides across the board. As someone who's been on quite a few of those rides recently, I can tell you all about it. Royal Enfield is working hard to ensure that their carbon footprint through their rides, through events like this, is reduced as much as possible. All of our vendors, even our t-shirts that we give out to our people, they're all packed in biodegradable product, right? We make sure our vendors don't use any single-use plastic. The guys behind our cameras, everywhere, everyone, Royal Enfield pushes them to ensure that they are not damaging this environment.
So superb initiative by Royal Enfield here at Ridermania 2019, and I think it's going to grow and continue and take better form as we go through the years. But right now what we have behind us, Clifton, is the expert category 500cc. And who are you supporting?
Look, I'm actually really keen for rider number 134. I saw him on the hill climb.
Yeah.
I'm looking at him. I mean, you look at his size and you just can tell he's got some serious traction on him. He's going to dig this dirt, and I believe he's got it.
I'm just going to quickly remove my phone and ask the audience another question of the contest that you're running on. So we've already had 2 questions that are up and running. The third question that we have is, which is the top tier premier class race at Ridermania 2019? I think we have spoken about this, haven't we?
We know the answer.
We know the answer, but that race is coming up next. If you can answer this, let us know what you think or what you know about this in the comment section below. And some of you guys are going to win some really cool Power Drift merchandise. Also, let's talk about the people who are here, the people who have lined up. We've got Sujit Bhuire, who is wearing poncho number 52. We've got Sanjay Chikte, rider number 105. Sanjay Kokote, rider number 109. Sharat Kumar, 106. Vihit Sharma, 135. Hemant More, 144. Akshay Jadhav, 124. Aniket Korgaonkar, 117. We've also got Hitesh Gadge, 125. Gaurav Patil, 134. And we've got Mahesh, Sunny, we've got Saif and Mohammed who are also participating in the race. This is the expert gold standard of racing here at Ridermania 2019.
Absolutely, and we've got the 12 riders are lined up. We're just waiting on the 15-second board, and then this race will be underway. Riders are revving their engines. Officials are giving the thumbs up. The board is up, and we are about to be underway.
The gate's about to go down. Brap goes the motorcycle. Let's try and catch out on some action.
It's a clean start, and every rider has gotten out of the gate. That's always a good sign to see.
Well, somebody's gone down at the first corner, and I think he's gone out pretty hard. We can see someone pick up the motorcycle.
Some crazy racing in this 12 laps. The rider that happened almost got the whole shot there.
Oh,
we've taken the entire stand.
no,
This is
this
definitely
race.
going to shut down the race.
Yep, this is going to be
Definitely
red flagged. This is going to be red flagged.
Flags are up.
Yellow flags are most certainly up.
I think it's going to be red flag for sure. It's going to be red flagged for sure.
The stands.
Having an incident with the track.
The banner has come down. It's going to be red flag for sure.
And that is
I think this is the, yep, that is a red flag. This race,
So we're going to restart this race. The red flag means we're going to restart this race.
wow, I hope nobody's seriously injured because that, I think some people took quite a heavy hit on the head. But I hope they're all okay. The marshals are coming in fairly quickly, getting the riders out of their spots and also making sure the banner's up and running once again.
Yes, I do see every rider is standing up. That's a fantastic sign. They're picking up the bikes right now, and hopefully they'll all be able to continue in this race.
Why? I don't know if you guys can, but if you guys can go back, rewind and see how it all happened, I think even we'll have a clear understanding of how this all went down. But marshals have pulled in fairly quickly. I think all the riders are almost back on the starting grid to make sure we have this race started again.
So we'll take a break for a few moments as
Yep.
the riders readjust, set themselves in place, and we prepare to restart this race.
Yes, we'll be back in just about a bit.
They're back on the start gate. They really deserve a Ridermania cheer. So where's some noise? Come on, go! This is the last few chances to cheer for the riders. After this, we have the final race here, followed by prize distribution. For today's classes, we have the race of champions. That's right. We have the winners of each class from last year of Ridermania and each class of this year. All the winners are going to be competing in a single race different classes from a Himalayan to a 350cc to the 500s, all going head to head because they already proved to be masters of each of their classes. Now we're going to mix it up and give you one of the best races for the year here on this very last race, the race of champions after these finals. All right, so next up, back again on the start gate, we got the 500cc experts going head to head one more time. In this race, because it's the finals, we look for the whole shot winner as well. Who hits this corner first? And he gets to take home a prize for the whole shot right here today on our dirt track.
We've got Asruddin here. Asruddin, what happened during the first lap? Were you a part of that? The crashes that happened?
Crashes, தமிழ் ஃபஸ்ட்டு போயிட்டு இருந்த வண்டி வந்து முன்னாடி இதில் போட்டுருந்ததுனால அடித்து கீழே விழுந்தனால எதுனால போக முடியல. பார்த்தா ஒரு 5 வண்டி தொடர்ந்து அடித்தனால ஓட்ட முடியாமல் போனது காரணம். அதான் காரணம். Okay.
With what I understand, there was a banner that fell down on the track and the race was red flag. We're going to talk to someone else as well. And I think the marshals here, the race director, if I believe who he is giving directions to these racers and telling them what needs to be done in the case of a red flag. But we're going to talk. What happened? Were you a part of the crash that took place?
Somebody goes on that box. That's why many riders are fall out. That's why. Yeah.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah, I think everyone is okay, but their bikes are not okay.
Okay. So with what I believe is happening, everybody is okay physically, but I think the bikes have taken a toll. So some of them are going to not participate in the race. But with these participants, they're going to line up again, and we're going to go green in just about a minute.
We are live across 17 channels right now. Nobody touches Facebook right now.
Hello and welcome back to Ridermania 2019. What I have with me is, of course, Clifton, who's a very good friend of mine. Clifton is an Himalayan ambassador, but even more special is this motorcycle rider. A lot of you guys were asking about this motorcycle yesterday. This is the Himalayan FT411.
Yes, absolutely. And Royal Enfield has designed this motorcycle in partnership with SNS.
Yep.
And they are working to ensure that the Indian motorcycle scene moves forwards to the next level. And that level is flat track racing.
Yes, and FT, I'm sure, of course, stands for flat track. You want to call it full throttle, you can call it full throttle as well. I'm going to quickly remove my phone here, not to call my wife, but I'm going to just quickly run you through the specs and what it has to offer. So what it really has to begin with, it's got a fiber bodywork in the tail section and the number plate section. The electrical, in terms of electrical component, the battery is being relocated to a different position. The wheels that you see right here are 18-inch wheels, and they have got flat track specific tires, as you can see by the grooves on the rubber. The exhaust and the bent pipe is a custom fitting. You've also got a performance air intake, and you've got custom sprockets so that when you get out of a corner, you can just really wrap it out. On the other hand, there are a lot of parts that have been removed. There's no headlight, there's no speedometer. The tail, the indicators have been removed as well. The seat assembly is a different one. So this is in particular a very special motorcycle just meant for flat track. What do you think about it?
Yeah, absolutely. I spent a few moments on this, a few laps on this the other day, and I can tell you it is a different machine. It feels like it's designed for this track. You can really tell, right? Royal Enfield has held no bars. They have pushed and pushed and pushed their developing team to make sure that this bike is competitive, that it's really perfect for the beginning flat track races, right?
Right. So this is the FT411. There are a lot of races that will come your way through the course of the day, especially the novice 500cc category. The finals are happening today, and so is the expert 500cc category. But the race that I'm waiting for the most,
The
has
race
to be.
of champions, man.
Absolutely. So we will see you in just a bit. Meanwhile, this race right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Himalayan FT411.
Nailed it.
Edge to take home the victory for 2019.
People who are joining us live at this very moment, what you're seeing right now is the restart of the 500cc expert category. We've had a red flag in this session, and these guys are going to go at it again. There was a banner that fell down on a couple of riders. I hope they're really okay. The bikes seem to be a problem for some of these riders, so they've gotten back to their pits, they've gotten back to their mechanic, and they are trying to get their bikes fixed. So once that happens, this is going to go green very, very soon. I hope you guys are also following up on the contest that is running on this very particular live segment. We also have a couple of questions that we have asked on Instagram. We have already asked 3 questions. 1 answer is already out. We're going to announce the winners of this contest very, very soon as well.
So the riders are beginning to line up. As you can see behind us, there's obviously, this is an added challenge to the race, an unexpected element.
Yep.
Some of them are disappointed. I'm sure the guys who are at the back of the pack are kind of hopeful.
Yeah.
You know, hoping for yet another shot at this, getting ahead of the pack. But that's what happens, man. It happens in races, right? You've just got to roll with what seems like the most fair decision.
Yeah, and in the midst of all of this, I'm going to quickly remove my phone once again, not to call my wife again, but I'm going to talk to you about the contest that we are running. We also had a very special school that was inaugurated here at Ride Arena 2019. That's the Slide School. And the next question is based on that. With whom has Royal Enfield tied up for the Slide School? Should I give a hint? I think it's going to be fair.
Sure.
It's a school from Bangalore. So all you Bangalore folks, I think you know the answer. Get down and dirty in the comments and let us know what the correct answer is. We've already asked 3 questions so far. We've already given out 1 answer, and we're going to give out all the answers and the names of the contest winners very, very soon as well.
Yeah, and in fact, if you've been paying attention to the Slide School demonstrations that have been going on here, you would have seen the logo of the school that's involved. Their branding has certainly been everywhere. And in fact, one of their riders was here with us. Shall we reveal the name?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
you
Mr.
can.
Nelly. Nelly is one of the riders. So if you know Nelly, you know the answer. Put it in the comment section below. We're looking forward to hearing from you guys.
And I hope you're enjoying all this racing action that's coming your way this Sunday from Ride Arena 2019. We've spoken about a really cool initiative. We've also spoken about a really cool motorcycle that was specially unveiled for the Slide School. That's the FT411. You can catch the specs and what we've spoken about at the beginning of this video. But right about now, it's race time.
That's right, we got the winners from
The expert 500cc class is up next. For people who are joining in right now, this is a restart. It was red flag. But I think the race that we both are really looking forward to is the race that is next after this.
Absolutely. The Race of Champions is sure to be an epic event, right?
Yep.
But it's these guys who are participating right now who hope to be in the Race of Champions themselves next year, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely an exciting event. It's where we see the best of the best riders from Royal Enfield Ridermania's past. Anyone who's placed in a podium position
Yep.
is able to register and compete in the event itself.
Yeah, so funny thing, I got a call yesterday because I was in the podium in the media class. I got a call yesterday saying that I could be a part of the Race of Champions. Unfortunately, I got injured because of a crash that I had yesterday. I couldn't take part. I would love to, but I think next year, maybe you and I will both go racing, Clifton.
Probably not in the Champions race, but I'll see how I go with
In
the
the
novice
rookie
class.
category, is Clifton and I. Clifton, you're the Himalayan ambassador. Why don't you tell the audience what the Himalayan ambassador means to you and the team?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been riding Himalayan since they first came out. I absolutely love that bike. It's perfect for my riding style. I love to tour, but I also love to get off the road.
Right.
You know, I love to hit the gravel, hit the stones, and really push myself and push my bike. And for me, it's all about Uttarakhand riding, right? You know, Uttarakhand is my home right now. It's where I feel that connection to India, and the Himalayan is the perfect bike to hit those roads. Absolutely, you know, as I enter into the mountain roads, I don't have to be afraid of gravel. I don't need to be concerned whether the road is going to end. You know, all roads, no roads, man. That's what the Himalayan's about.
And for people who do not know this or who are seeing Clifton for the very first time, he speaks fluent freaking Hindi.
Yeah, काफी लोग तो सब like चौंक जाते हैं जब मेरे हिंदी निकल जाता है. But yeah, 18 साल हो गया इंडिया में, तो of course अगर मैं अपने देश का language नहीं सीख सकता हूँ तो that's saying something, right?
Jebat, chak de fatte is what we call it. Chak de fatte.
Yeah, when I go to Delhi and like if I get in a rickshaw or something like that, people get shocked, man.
Yeah.
Like कभी-कभी जैसे 100 रुपये का फेयर तो 400 रुपये बोलते हैं, तो मैं उसको तो ऐसी तैसी बनाता हूँ.
Aisi Tesi, and Aisi Tesi is going to happen here at Ride a Minute
ऐसी
2019.
तैसी's already happened here, man. What you talking about?
Yeah, Aisi Tesi has already happened. Yeah, so the race is about to begin. I think people have already lined up. The bikes are already dirty and mucky, and there are lots of dirt all around the motorcycle. The fenders are vibrating, and I think these people are raring to go. Who are you placing your bets on for this particular class?
Yeah, again, I'm excited for this race. I'm not willing to put any bet on anyone. After that last start, I think that it's anyone's game.
Yeah, and I think also just a quick reminder, the soil right now is still very loose, and that's because it's been watered down, so the soil is really loose. The traction is going to be difficult, and that is something that people are going to find difficult to get adjusted to.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I'm finding it quite difficult to hear right now. The exhaust from these engines, they are rumbling, man.
Brup.
These guys are checking their bikes, they're making sure that they're good to go. There is a lot of noise right here at Ridermania on the dirt track event. Thanks for joining us. Let us know in the comment section below where you're watching from. We want to hear what country you're from, what city you're from. Represent your local riding club. We want to hear from you. Where are you guys from? What's your riding game? What's your riding story? What brought you here today? What brought you to join us here at the dirt track Ridermania event in Vagator, Goa?
And yes, please do participate in our contest as well. We have 2 more questions that are going to come your way, or 1 more question that's going to come your way. We have some really cool Power Drift merchandise to give you guys, and if you get that correct, you might be one of the lucky ones. Are you participating in the contest?
I'm not sure I'm allowed to participate in the contest in that I know the answers, but yeah.
You can probably have a fake profile and answer them all correctly.
I think with all the action that's going on here today, do you think I've got time to create a fake profile?
Absolutely not. But
Heck no.
Yeah, it's just time for racing right now. The board's gonna go up. I think there's gonna be a thumbs up. The riders have lined up. The gate's up and running. The board's up and running. The marshals are in place. And we are about to go racing.
The 15-second board is up. This race is about to begin. Riders are ready and they're away. Whoa, massive wheelie at the start by number 125. 125 has pulled his bike into the air.
Wow, what a...
That was one hell of a wheelie
So much
from the start point. Oh, look at him go from the outside. Wow, wow. Oh, he's fallen down. No, he has not. Kind of managed to hold on to the motorcycle. Number 122. What a racing line. If you missed it, he came from the outside on that long straight and took him out.
Insane.
Wow.
Number 122.
That's him,
we
number
know
122.
that number. We've been watching this guy.
Completing your first lap.
There is no clear separation between first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. This is anyone's race.
Number 144 going down right in front of us, and if you can see, if you can zoom in, and if you can see, his bike's not starting. The soil here is very, very, very loose, very, very mucky as well, and that's because of the water that these marshals have put in. So I think traction is going to be a problem for the next race as well. Clifton can't hear me, I can't hear him, and that's because there are a lot of motorcycles around us, and it's always a good thing to be around motorcycles all the time.
Number 122 has taken a lead now. He's pushing himself ahead. But behind him, back a few places, is number 124 who's carrying along a hay bale, doing the convenient thing, being nice to his fellow riders and sweeping the track as he goes.
Yeah.
So
And why is that happening? Because you can see behind us, there's bale around the corner for someone who's taking a nice tight defensive line. It usually gets stuck in the chain in the sprocket. And that's why you see a lot of these riders carrying a lot of grass around. Oh man, this is so fun. So much fun to watch. These boys go just all out racing.
I really do like 124's strategy. I think what he's trying to do is kick up as much dust as he can with that hay bale, blind his opponents, and really push himself forward through the pack.
Yeah, put obstacles around the course in some parts. Oh, this is so damn funny to watch.
I
Wow.
can see a lot of yellow flags up. I believe a rider has stopped at one of the last corners. But rider number 122 is really pushing his lead.
Incredible racing.
Behind him in second place is 109, in third place is 106, but coming up behind him is 134. These guys are not giving up.
Wow, I know it's a lot of fun to watch it from wherever you're watching in the country, but it's a whole different experience to be here on Ground Zero and watch these racers just go boom, boom, boom. It's just so much fun to watch, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I think we're not just watching, we're feeling this race. You know,
The ground's
especially-
shaking.
Absolutely, right here on the track. It's terrifying, it's exciting, it's amazing, man.
And it's funny
What
as
an
well.
atmosphere.
Oh, there comes 124 with his stock of hair.
124 is definitely pulling the old hay bale sprocket trick.
Wow, this is awesome, isn't it, Clifton? What a time to be alive. What a time to be here at Ridermania 2019. It's just all these guys going out against each other, full gas around the corner. Brap, 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 the motorcycle goes.
Yeah, and just listen to the crowd cheering for number 122. He's obviously a favorite. I can just hear these guys screaming his number out. It's fantastic to see so many people from right across the country, from across the world turning up here to Ridermania for this dirt track event to support their riders, to support their brand.
Yep, absolutely. A lot of these riders are also falling down. I think, and it's majorly because, like I said, it's majorly because of the soil, the composition of the ground right here. You know, in the motorcycling world, they say every sticker adds 5 bhp, but I think every bale of grass is adding 10 bhp to these motorcycles. So the more grass you carry, the faster you go. Oh, there's a massive crash.
109.
Oh, his leg is stuck. His leg is stuck. Someone needs to go to him immediately. His leg is stuck under.
Coming in to help out. He's all right. He's out from under the bike.
Very disappointing outcome there.
Let's rider number 109. 109's gone down.
Oh, 109. He was upside down. I read it as 106.
Yeah, 109 is down.
Contact.
And I'm glad he's okay because he had his foot stuck below the motorcycle. So just happy to see him get up and get racing again.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what we were talking about before, right? These guys know you do not give up in an event like this. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday when I crashed as well, I had to get back on the motorcycle just for the sake of it, you know, just to complete the race. And that is what racing is all about. It might sound a little cliched, but when you go down, it's always a good feeling to get back up and get racing. Yeah.
Out of that contact. Caused
There's so much confusion happening here. I've completely lost touch with who's leading the race, who's second and who's third. I have no clue who's on the podium. He doesn't know either, Clifton doesn't know either. But if you do know it, let us know in the comment section and we'll be more than happy to respond to you guys.
Definitely, because it's all serious racing here.
I can see a lot of retired motorcycles by the sidelines, and that's majorly because of some mechanical issues here. The weather here in Goa is extremely hot, and I can imagine these guys in all their gear going through this weather. But at the end of it, it's all in the spirit of racing, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's the thing that sets Royal Enfield apart for me.
Oh, someone's got it.
It's the spirit of racing. It's also the idea of community, right?
Yeah.
These guys, these riders, they're all buddies, they're all friends. They may be competing like warriors, but at the end of these days, they're sitting down together, they're having a beer, they're having a laugh, they're having food together, and it's just awesome to be a part of that incredible community here at Ridermania.
People are actually honking on the racetrack, and we spoke about this in the previous race as well. Honking on a racetrack is just a funny thing to happen to racing, isn't it? I mean, imagine you're going full gun on the straight, and you hear this thing go beep, 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 beep.
The six are getting a bit mischievous there. Could it be seen as distraction?
Oh, somebody's gone down. Somebody's gone down.
We'll leave it to the stewards.
Oh, and I think he's injured. Rider number 124 is injured.
So we're going into the last lap right now. In fact, the checkered flag is out. And here comes our victor heading across the finish line. And this is fantastic. What an outcome. He has maintained his lead the entire race, cheering to the audience as he rolls through into the end of this race.
Wow, we have a
What
winner.
a fantastic result.
What a fantastic result. So much commotion. So much actually went on in this race, you know. There was a red flag, people restarted. So many crashes happening right behind us. In fact, we can actually see one rider who is down. I hope he's okay, he's gotten up. But I think he's having some difficulty with his leg because the bike fell on his leg. But I think he's going to be okay. This is going to be the moment of truth, the gold moment here at Ride Arena 2019. The race of champions is up next, buddy.
Yeah, and in fact, I can already see that the riders are lining up in their positions, ready to take part in this crazy, insane race. We know we're going to feel it. We know the crowd is going to feel it. We want to know if you guys are feeling it. How do you feel about the race of champions? Are you pumped? Are you excited? Is there someone you're supporting? Let us know, guys. We really want to hear from you.
We would like to take a short break here, but we will be back and we're going to talk to some of these riders and just go inside their brain and let's just try to kind of figure out what's going on before the race of champions. We will see you in a bit.
Unleashed on the dirt track to prove to be the best, not only of the class, but of this dirt track. King of the dirt, soon to be crowned. Next up, Race of Champions.
Okay, before we get into the race of champions, we're still getting a final classification of how many members are going to race. I was told 17, but there are a couple more people who are going to join this race. That's going to bring the total up to 19 people. So 19 people going up against each other. And it's going to be a mix of people. We've also got number 113, Rihanna B. She is also a national champion in road racing. She's going to be racing against some of these lads. And it's going to be a mix of people together. We've also got a very strong contender in the form of Sohail Ahmed, who is rider number 85. A lot of fans for him around this arena who are going to be cheering for Sohail Ahmed. So that is another bike that you need to keep your eyes on. But again, this is the race of champions, right? This is the pedigree of these racers out here is so high. Anybody can go and just win this. What we're going to do now is I'm going to go and talk to Sohail Ahmed, and we shall have him on a quick chat. I've got Sohail with me. Sohail, this is the race of the champions, the gold standard of racing here at Ridermania. What are you feeling about this?
Yeah. Sorry, one second. Yeah, I'm feeling excited to ride like Race of the Champion. It's the biggest like class in 3 days. So everybody is waiting for this Race of the Champion. We'll do our best.
Sohail Ahmed, good luck. You have a lot of fans around this arena who are cheering for you. I'm a big fan of yours as well. So good luck, buddy. I'll see you on the track. We'll move on and also talk to Rihanna B, who is rider number 113. Rihanna, this is the Race of the Champions. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. It feels very good to compete with the men's, and it's going to be a challenging race for me. So let me see what is my potential. And so.
Superb. Rihanna, by the way, yesterday you won a podium. You were the first in one of the races, and she's also finished second. She's also a national champion. So this is one competitor who you need to keep your eyes on. Moving up the order, we have rider number 126, your Syed Samir. Syed Samir, how are you feeling today?
So good. I'm running first time Ridermania.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
This is the Race of the Champions, so you're going up against some very tough competition. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on this, going up against some very tough competition?
Very tough. Have very tough. But I will.
Good luck, Syed Samir. We'll see you on the track cheering for you. Good luck, buddy. And moving on, we also have rider number 106. Why don't you tell us your name and what does it feel like to be in the Race of Champions?
My name is Sharad Kumar. It's very good. I'm riding first Ridermania. It's very good organizing and very good event. I'm feeling much more crazy to ride. I've already won the novice first and expert second.
Wow.
Yeah.
So novice winner, and he's expert, and he's second. He stood second in expert. So Sarath Kumar, we're going to keep an eye out for you as well. Good luck. And the race is about to begin. All these competitors are going to line on a platform like this. This is where they have a uniform start of sorts. So they line up. Here's the gate, and once the gate goes down, it's all green. If you are tuning in to Power Drift live right now from Ridermania 2019, I would say you have tuned in at the right time. This is the final race here at Ridermania 2019. This is the Race of the Champions, and the Race of the Champions essentially means if you have won or you have stood on the podium before, you are eligible to race your Race of Champions. Clifton is going to take over from here, and he's probably going to go and talk, but I don't think we have the time. I think we only have the time to go racing. Clifton, what are your thoughts on this, buddy?
I gotta say, one of the things that I find most interesting about this race is we have some of our best riders performing, but as well as that, we have a mixture of bikes, right? So this is a chance to not just see how the riders compete against each other, but how the bikes compete against each other. And that excites me. It better be a Himalayan, that's what I'm telling you. It better be a Himalayan in pole position.
So I've already gotten my favorite rider who's going to probably win this. His name is Sohail Ahmed. He's rider number 85.
Oh, come on, dude. You're picking everybody's favorite right there.
Yeah, Sohail Ahmed is a pretty big name here in the dirt arena, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a multiple time winner. It's fantastic to see him here again competing. He's certainly got a big crowd behind him supporting him. My money's on some of the underdogs. I really hope that these younger guys, the guys who've won 1 or 2 places, second or third place, I really want them to come up in the ranks. You know, I'm really excited about that.
And before we get into racing, I'm going to quickly remove my phone and ask you the last question for this contest before we announce the winners of the contest and the correct answers. And the last question for this contest is, what is the number of categories in the dirt track races here at Ridermania 2019? That is what the final question is. We've already announced a couple of answers. Or we haven't. We've announced just one answer. We have got all the answers penned. And we're going to answer, or we're going to spell out the second answer for this contest. The second question was, which bike did I ride to Ridermania last year? And that...
Which I now know the answer for.
And that was the...
Oh, I'm not going to give the answer.
I have to give the answer, and that was the Interceptor 650. If you have gotten that right, then you stand a chance to win some really cool Power Trip merchandise. But for now, it's time to get back to racing!
Dude, I still didn't hear you. I was just...
Here they are, winners of each class, the 350cc, the 500 Himalayan class from last year and this year of Ridermania, going head to head, all lined up behind the start gate, getting ready to bust out, grab the whole shot, and prove to be
We can
the
see the
winner.
officials are just doing their final checks of the track, making sure to remove all of the hay that's been dragged across over the last few laps.
Stick around and keep on cheering.
This race of champions is soon to be underway. The board is out on the track. It is yet to be raised. We are just waiting. It will only be a few moments now.
Like Clifton said, the race about to begin anytime now.
To get that perfect
And this is a
out of the gate.
pretty loaded lineup that we have here at Ridermania 2019. The race of champions, the gold standard of racing here at this particular event. You're watching this on a Sunday, the final day of this particular year of Ridermania. The bikes are revving hard, the engines are getting warmed up, and the board's about to go up any time now. Clifton, are you ready?
I am ready, and I can see that the judges are preparing. The board is going up. 15 seconds to go for this all-important start of the race of champions. Any moment now, and they are away.
And
Bikes
we
are off.
My God.
To the first corner, into the long sleeve in left. We are the champions going head to head for first year this year. 2019 champion. Make some noise! Wow, one of the most exciting races we're seeing.
Wow, the race has started. I'm getting goosebumps.
This is most certainly the most exciting part of the race. Who will get ahead? We can see number 89 has taken a lead, but he's been overtaken by number 142, and the crowd are going mental. They are going wild.
Man, there's so much dirt flying around. I can't even see who is in the lead, who's second and who's third. There's just so much dirt around this track. Staying true to its name of dirt riding. I can't even know where Sohail Ahmed is, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. This is an incredibly adrenaline-packed race. Right? These riders are the guys who've already proven themselves. These are the riders who have taken podium positions in past Royal Enfield Ridermania events. They are here to compete against each other, to really see who is the best of the best, right? The race of champions.
The best of the best, the fastest of the lot, the quickest of the lot, the one who's got the most brap in his engine. We're looking out for that number. But I think it's number 142 who is in the
I believe
lead.
that this is the front of the pack, 142 followed by number 89 and 132.
Sohail Ahmed trying to push his way through the pack, number 85. You're keeping a close eye on him. He's an accomplished rider.
I can see a lot of yellow flags up on the track. That means that there's little issues, that they want to make sure these drivers are safe. The drivers are aware they need to take a little extra care as they approach blind corners.
Right, absolutely. And like I said earlier, there's just so much dirt flying around. People are there by the plenty. There are about 19 people in the race right now. 19 people in such a tiny space and trying to win or trying to go for gold. And it's such a competitive environment here at the Race of Champions. Number 142, I believe, is still in the lead. It's just so difficult to spot these people. Here, there's so much dust around here. That's the new flavor in town.
89, overtaking.
Oh yes, 89 is the number one in the lead now.
This is incredible. Number 89 versus number 142. These guys are pushing it. There's nothing like hearing the crowd shouting out Himalayan, I gotta say.
Yeah, there's lots of Himalayans in the picture, lots of other motorcycles as well. The style is kind of started to cake up, so they're gonna get a little better traction here.
142 definitely would not wanting to
So I think the competition really is between number 142 and number 89. They're constantly switching places. 142 has taken the lead again.
back in the lead.
Number
This
89 still has
truly
to
could
catch
be-
up.
This truly could be either of them taking the podium for this
Yeah.
one, taking that prime position on the podium.
You can see Sohail Ahmed, number 85. He's in the 4th position right now. Number 3rd is still out of reach, but we have a few more laps to go before he can catch up and step on the podium. Wow, some incident took place behind us. I think we completely missed it. Number 44 kind of spun around, trying to get the bike started, but it's always such a difficult thing, no, Clifton? Once you fall down, the bike conks off. You're in this world of hustle. You're trying to get the bike started again, jump on it and start racing. There's so much confusion involved, but it's so commendable to see all these racers. They do that every single time.
Absolutely. The key is to not give up. The key is to keep pushing, keep moving. Even if you miss that podium spot, just finishing the race, there's an incredible feeling.
Yep.
And what better feeling than to finish a race in the race of champions?
The creme de la creme, like Clifton says always, this is the creme de la creme of dirt riding, dirt racing here at Ridermania 2019. I don't think you can see anything behind us because this is all so hazy, and we're having a lot of fun. Clifton, are you having fun?
I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a dust shower. This is an incredible event.
I think that's the flavor of my new sunscreen is called dust. That's the thing. Wow. Oh, there's someone who's gone down again. Yellow flags are out.
These guys are pushing their bikes. They are pushing themselves.
Oh.
So naturally,
Oh, number
there are some
112.
slides.
Oh, number 89 is in the lead. Number 124, who was with him, has crashed down. Sohail Ahmed is second. Number 85. Oh, he
He's
goes
gone
down. Sohail Ahmed is
Second
down.
place has been overtaken by number 132.
This is racing at its finest. So many people have crashed. So many podium positions have gone. There's only going to be one winner, one champion here at the Race of Champions.
Champion of last year has fallen down the ranks.
And I think it's not only about the skills that you have.
The sun is pretty blaring here. Number 89 still in the lead.
That's right.
We've got number 32. Number 132 is second. Number 85. Sohail Ahmed trying to make it count every single corner. By the way, I think kudos to Rihanna B, who is probably the only female racer in this category. She's trying. There are two female racers, one of two female racers. She's trying to stick it with the boys, trying to make sure she stays with the pack, does not lose a lot of positions. So it's super commendable to see something like this happen in a race like this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fantastic to see our female riders growing and growing. They're pushing their limits, they're pushing the guys, they're proving that it's not about gender, it's about skills. It's about how much are you willing to put into this sport.
Yeah, and I think she's put it all, she's giving it all. And I think we have a couple more laps left. Oh, there's a collision again. Number 109 and number 33. I think the handlebar is stuck to each other. Oh no. The throttle got stuck. He's gotten back on the track. The cones are out on the track. Oh no, he's gonna take a cone with him. Oh wow.
We're now entering into the final lap, the final race. Our champion is headed towards the finish line. And here he is.
Number 89 has won it.
What
Number
a
89 has
fantastic
taken
finish.
this one home.
2019 at Ridermania on the dirt track. Make some noise!
So as we now end this, the Race of Champions, the final race on day 3 of Ridermania 2019. My name's Clifton Shipway.
My name is Varun Painter, and like I say with this very final line, I'm Varun Painter and I will see you later. But before we end this, we're going to announce the correct answers for all the questions that we have asked.
I forget.
Yeah, and we're going to also announce the winners in this live stream in the comment section below. So if you have given the correct answer, please make sure you stay tuned in and stay tuned to the comments. Any last words, Clifton, from Ridermania 2019?
Varun, it's been a pleasure, my friend. It's been such an incredible thing to be able to stand here trackside, hearing these incredible machines, seeing you race, my brother. What an amazing turn of events.
Thank you so much, and we shall be back next year as well. Ridermania 2020, I think it's going to be bigger, better, and faster. This is going to be Warren Painter signing out along with Clifton Shipway. See you next year.
Stick it out and wish them right now.